Now our next speaker is a guy who's a little bit, I think, new to the Boston scene. And I actually got a chance to listen to his radio show for the first time a couple of weeks ago. And I was really, really stunned at how reasonable and how logical and how he was nothing like what the media says the Tea Party and conservatives in Massachusetts are. Jeff Kuhner. Kuhner? What, you think Shakira was here or something? Jeff Kuhner is a columnist at the Washington Times where his work is read by millions of people. He is the president of the Edmund Burke Institute, a Washington-based conservative think tank. Before getting into journalism, Jeff Kuhner was a professor of U.S. history at McGill University in Montreal, Canada. Jeff Kuhner and his family now live in Boston. And he's affectionately known by most of us as the Boston Bulldozer. And the best part is, he's a daily host of the Kuhner Report on 680 AM WRKO from 6 to 9 AM. And 11 AM till noon, Jeff Kuhner!
It is great to see you. I gotta tell you, I literally came in late last night. We packed up the house in Washington, D.C., and so we moved the whole family up here. And, you know, I'm driving down, and I don't know, is it just me? I swear, I start approaching towards Bacon Hill, as I call it, and I feel like this gravitational pull, this like suction sound on my wallet. I swear, I'm driving and it's like I'm going, what's going on here? It's like my money's coming out of my pocket. I really want to thank all of you for showing up. This is a phenomenal crowd. Thank you, God bless you. And I want you to know there's one person among us, and I want to thank all of you for coming, but there's one person among us. She is a warrior, she is a fighter, she is a patriot, she is with my wife. By the way, the kids are driving her crazy, but let that go. The kids, one is 6 and one is 3. But there is someone up there on Bacon Hill who is fighting for us every day on welfare reform, on EBT cards, on taxes. And I think she's the only state representative who actually has the guts to come out and be here. And I want to give a big shout out to Shauna O'Connell. Right there in the red coat. God bless you, Shauna. My friends, what you see here, believe it or not, is the tip of the spear. This is the beginning of a tax revolt that you are seeing in this state and in this country. And I couldn't make this up if I wanted to. You want to talk about a perfect example of how disconnected the political class is from ordinary, hardworking Americans like us. At Beacon Hill, as I speak to you right now, the state Senate is in session. And what are they debating? Are they debating cutting our taxes? Are they debating cutting out the waste and fraud in government spending? They're talking about raising taxes $850 million. And they're so afraid of us. They knew we were coming out with a rally today. They are so afraid of us. I kid you not, they've locked the gates. I swear they've locked the gates. They've locked themselves in. like little cowards, all literally huddled up in there. They're afraid the peasants are going to go and literally breach the state legislature wall. I don't know, maybe we should go with pitchfork in hand. The reason why we're here today is because now, within the next couple of days, the state legislature, along with our esteemed governor, Mini-Me, Deval Patrick, Mini-Me, thinks he's the next Obama, wants to run for the presidency in 2016. Boy, I said, Mini-Me, you don't have many supporters here, Mini-Me. The tax givers aren't too happy, Mini-Me. They are now talking. Now, I want all of you to think about this. This state is almost bankrupt. We are now dipping into the emergency reserve fund. Spending is out of control. Welfare fraud is out of control. Illegal immigrants are now swamping our hospital rooms and our schools and our welfare services, costing us hundreds of millions of dollars a year. And now they want to raise the gas tax 3 cents a gallon. But just to show you what a bunch of cowards they are, they don't even have the guts to vote on it until after they get re-elected in 2014. That's when they're going to implement it. And then here's the kicker. This is to show you how gutless they are, how treacherous they are, like thieves in the night. They're going to index the gas tax to inflation. So when inflation goes up, as it inevitably will, our gas taxes go up. This is a permanent tax increase. It keeps going up year after year after year. And then they want to raise tolls, and they want to raise cigarette taxes, and they want to raise business taxes, and they want to raise corporate taxes, and Mini-Me still has the guts to say he wants to raise our state income tax a full percentage point. Honest to God, I do this every time I meet people, whatever, at a local 99 or at a Dunkin' Donuts. Take it. I swear to you, just here, take it. Let's cut out the middleman. Here, take. You want it all? Take it. Let's not play games. And here is what the mainstream media in this state and across the country don't want to tell you and don't want to tell the taxpayers of this state and this nation. You look at the crime lab scandal, 300 million wasted. You look at welfare fraud and abuse, over 200 million wasted. You look at the parole department scandal where, I kid you not, they're hiring their relatives, brothers, sisters, first cousins, $70,000, $80,000, $90,000 a year on our dole, on our taxpayer dimes. To Beacon Hill, to House Speaker Porky Pig Bob DeLeo, to Therese Murray, to Mini-Me, I have one message for you, and it's loud and clear. No new taxes, period. You've taxed us enough. You have more than enough money for the roads, for the bridges, for basic social services, to run this state properly. What you want is you want more money to help your political cronies and your welfare dependents who vote for you. Well, I'm here to tell you, the taxpayers of this state have had enough. And let me just conclude by saying this, because there are other speakers behind me and I don't want to stay here forever, but let me just tell all of you this. Why did I come to Boston? Why did I leave Washington, which is another cesspool, but let that go? This is one of the greatest cities in America. It is one of the greatest cities in the world. Why? Forget our history, forget our culture, forget our traditions. Forget about the fact that so many of us here come from immigrants who came here yearning to be free. This is the cradle of the American Revolution. The American Revolution started here in Boston, in Massachusetts. And in 1776, our motto was no taxation without representation. And we said to the 13 colonies, to the British government, and to the world, on this soil, on this land, in this civilization, we are free men and women. And we created the greatest republic in the history of the world. It is the envy of the world. And now, these gangsters, these charlatans, these socialists on Beacon Hill and in Washington are destroying our country every day. My friends, it's time for a second political rebellion. And our motto is this, because this is what's now happening. We have taxation with no representation. They tax us, but they don't represent us. Because our language to them and our message to them is this. And I hope Therese Murray is listening, and Bob DeLeo and Mini-Me. You see all that money you get? You see your big fat paychecks? You see your gold-plated pension plans? Your gold-plated health care? Your per diem when you pay, we pay you to drive into work every day? You work for us. We don't work for you. And now we're telling you, as loudly and clearly as we can, you have enough of our money. No new taxes. And if you vote this plan through and sign it into law, we, the taxpayers of Massachusetts, are going to vote every single one of you bums out of power. Today is the opening shot of the beginning of a tax rebellion in Massachusetts. And so, my friends, we're going to continue over the next couple months and couple years to take our party back, the Republican Party. We're going to take this state back, and we're going to take our country back. God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America.